guys? Some weird thing just popped up on there. How is everybody? Okay, look. every day, this and there's Tallulah. She's licking her feet. Okay, I'm lopsided tonight. I don't understand. How are you guys? I don't know where you went. How is everybody? Here's a lopsided psychic, right? Oh my God. Okay. Where is everybody? I'm fixing this stupid tripod. Hi. You know, maybe in 2023 I can get a better idea of what I'm doing. I have not replaced my old tripod. This one is like wobbly. And she's licking herself. We're off to the races. Here we are. From Canada. Hi, you guys. Okay, there. Hey, Mew. I'm getting a dirty look. She's like, what are you doing? I've got to open up my books, y'all. I just haven't had a chance. I've literally been busy. Just busy. Just ridiculous. Oh, you're in New Mexico. Ashley in New Mexico. Oh, Ashley in New Mexico. Not Ashley is in New Mexico. Hi, Virginia. How are you? Oh, my God. Okay, so, y'all, I know. Thank you for that, Chrissy. Okay, so how to learn tarot cards. No idea. I don't read tarot cards. I can read tarot cards. I learned them myself. I just learned them myself because I don't really use them. I can, but yeah. Okay, I have no idea on those 4 college. I haven't even looked at it. I mean, I'm being serious. Everybody keeps asking me that. I have no idea at all. Palm Springs. I love it there. And I'm not gay. That I know of. Anyway, absolutely love it in Palm Springs. Hey, she's licking herself. Anyway, you guys, Kingston, Ontario. Oh my God, Kingston. Yeah. Okay, so listen. What about this communist? What do you think about Trudeau taking the... You know why? Okay, God forgive me, but why y'all listening? Jamaica, boss lady, Jamaica. I can't wait to get there. Jamaica. I feel like I'm dancing. Okay, so why y'all? Palm Springs. There you go, another Palm Springer. Why is anybody listening to the GOV? Why? Why are you listening to these people? Just because he wants to take something away? Who died and left him boss? Nobody that you and I know, right? Thank you for that, Candy. Nobody. So it's the same here. Who died and left these people boss? Who died and did it? They just took control and we follow them. Why we follow them for? I don't understand. Love a Scorpio. Why do we do that? I don't understand it. So what I have just heard right now, I just posted it on my Instagram. My family's from Palm Springs. Ah, great, cool. What I've just heard is they want the MASK mandates back in Los Angeles. I think Sacramento. Why are we listening to them? It's not a law. Just because the health people put something up on a board and say, here, do this. Why are we listening? Stop listening to these people. Stop. Yeah, I know you don't, Deborah. I know you don't. Absolutely. Yeah, Celine Dion's sick. Now, I have this theory. I told my trainer this theory, and I think he thinks that I'm mental, but I have a theory, okay? So back in the day when people were getting MS and all kinds of things, the clown face comes up. Yeah, I know, right. No, don't take them. They've proven that the most sick group of people are the ones that got the shot, right? I know, she's so cute. There she is. She's just snuggling. We had a snuggle time this morning, and I told her I'm a cat lady now. I said, I'm a cat lady. I don't got my Keith. My Jason got his own life. I'm a cat lady. Don't even have a dog. Don't have anyone but a cat, making me a cat lady. Yeah, MS. There you go, E.T. And this does not pertain to you. But I had an uncle my Uncle Ian had MS growing up. And he would get better and then have relapses and be able to walk and then be in a wheelchair. And then he lived into his 70s. So, I mean, not that he shouldn't have lived longer, but what I'm saying is he lived into his 70s. But my point is there are certain people getting, I know, it was obvious about the C19. There, let's see, once you get a cat, you can never go back. I know, right? She's so cute. Um, oh no, you had to put your cat to sleep. I'm sorry. Oh geez. Yeah. Happy birthday. I'm so sorry for your cat. I hate that. Let's see. All of the people who take the jet. Yeah, I know. And that serves them right. Okay, shut up. I'm not. Well, you know what? If you're doing something that the GOV tells you to do because you feel they have control over your life, then you're part of the problem. So everybody has to band together who doesn't agree with that and who says, no, you have to either get your fake paperwork or you actually have to stand up an even better way and just tell them, no, make me. And then have people 10 feet deep until we do that and no one can be bothered to do it. That's why we're being taken over. It's a hostile takeover. We are literally being taken over. Yeah, Kirstie Alley was like 71. She was one of them. Here's the interesting thing, okay? Happy birthday. Yeah. Here, Selena's man, she's gone. Yeah, no, Celine doesn't have a rare anything, okay? What she has is a type of food she ingested, if you get what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was going there with the MS. A lot of the people that you see getting sick, this is just my theory on it, a lot of them are eating meat. Should I put it that way? They're eating meat, flesh. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Can you read what I'm saying? They're not eating beef. They're not eating lamb. They're not eating pork. They're not eating whatever. They're eating flesh. And they're having these, yes, chrome meat, exactly. And they're having these reactions to it because, no, that's what I really believe. There's certain people I'm around. Now, obviously, there's people that get MS and scleroderma and all kinds of things, right? Of course. So they get all of those kinds of things naturally. And usually autoimmune disease is a result of energy that's blocked in the body. However, in these particular, and I've been through, I eat salmon, I eat eggs, I eat yogurt, I eat chicken, but I'm hesitant to, and I've always had trouble with actually eating, okay? I'm not even all these psychics on the, I'm not on the, I haven't looked into it. I don't know what happened to the four in Idaho. I'm going to say it again. Haven't looked into it. Don't look into it. Not looking into it. So I don't feel drawn to look into it. How about that? Mm. But here's the problem. Other self meat. Yeah, the other white meat. Now I know what that sign said. Santa Clarita getting off of, yes, exactly. Yeah, I might get another cat, but I can't. There was a sign up in the late 90s, no, early 2000s up in Santa Clarita, had a picture of George Bush Jr., the kid, and it said the other white meat. And I found that absolutely hysterical till I understood what it was out. I don't know why. Why do people ask me why? I don't know. Because I don't connect to it, period. Psychics don't connect to everything. They're human. We don't connect to all kinds of things. Some psychics pick this up. Some, they're not like godly psychics. They just have an ability when they tap into something. They don't all tap into something all the time. Doesn't happen that way. So it's just a skill. It's no big deal. It's not like, whatever. It's just a skill. I have no thoughts on Meghan Markle. None. I have no thoughts on Meghan Markle. Yes, no, I'm not talking about you, Melanie. I'm talking about those in the club, okay? Uh no. We were at a funeral yesterday, me and John, for one of Keith's and Jason's friend's dad who died suddenly. Oh, Lila is a Siamese cat. How cute. Yeah, the trade-off. That's exactly right. No, well, they had the sign up there with George Bush. It said the other white meat. Now maybe they're calling him a pig or I don't know. Um, doesn't work that way as a psychic. That's correct. It doesn't work that way. We get what we get when we get it. No, but some people want to be jump, bitch, jump, psychic, bitch, jump. I don't claim to be that. I get what I get when I get it. If I feel connected to it or it comes to me, I get it. Not everything comes to me and not everything do I focus on, whatever. It's just the way it is. But yeah, the funeral yesterday was very strange because it was a full moon funeral. I mean, it was a lovely, well, that's not a good word to put it. It was a well-liked person that passed away, but there were, yeah, it's like jump bitch, do something psychic. Do it now, bitch. It's like being a hoe, but with your brain. It's a different way. They're like, whatever. Yeah, Scorpios are great. Every sign's great. Um, but when you're looking at why these people are getting sick like that, Celine Dion, first of all, performing monkey. Yeah, exactly. And I can't perform like that anymore. I can do a lot of things, but actually I can't. I don't even care anymore. Mm. Full moon. Yeah, full moon right now. Full moon. I can read a stranger way better. Oh my God. Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. Not only, wait, no, that is not why you have MS. Also have. No, I'm saying, I'm not talking about I don't know how to word this. The average person. I'm not talking about the average person. The person who's not in the cult. Do you get what I'm saying? The person who's not in the cult. If you are in a cult and you follow their dark doctrine, so Jim Jones of Guyana, the space guy with the Nikes on, going for the whatever. You remember that guy, the Nike sleeping people, and they all committed suicide? Do you remember that? Whatever that guy was, I can't think of his name. Oh my God, the guy with the googly eyes, that guy. So I'm talking about people, okay? People talking Marshall Applewhite. Yeah, that guy sounds like her. Hi, my name is Marshall Applewhite. Really? Really? So you're wearing your Nikes? Okay. Yeah, the spaceship's hitting the comet and going. Mental patient and Jim Jones of Guyana, right? Yes, KURU. So when I was at a party a couple of years ago before I left, my marriage. Okay, this looks kind of creepy, but I was at a party. Heaven's Gate. Thank you, Heaven's Gate. So I was at a party a couple of years ago, and there were many, many celebrities, and I was reading, and several of them had debilitating MS. Hi, Carmen. I'm going to call you Carmen. I thought of it today. Had I stopped taping, but I didn't. I was taping my astrology charts. So anyway, you're getting them. I'm working on them. Okay, so I got sidetracked by the funeral yesterday and the viewing the night before. I didn't view, though. I don't want to view. I just didn't want to view. I just didn't want to. Those poor kids. So those are Keithy and Jason's friends. Andrew, Tia, and Allie and their dad passed. So suddenly unexpected by a weird accident. Beautiful funeral in the sense of a funeral. Many, many people showing up. Very well-liked man, 49. And it was a sudden accident the night of Thanksgiving, I think, leading up to Thanksgiving, right? And said heavy cocainers. Yes, heavy cocainer. Cocaine users, because it hits the mylar lining of the brain. That's true. However, I actually picked up at this party I was at. It was very sad. His name was Drew, and he was very well liked father and friend to many people. And my Keithy loved him. He used to light all the firecrackers off with Keithy. So Keithy loved it over there. They would get all these firecrackers and they'd blow up the neighborhood. I mean, not in a good way. Nobody actually got blown up, but anyway, Keith used to have so much fun over there all the time. A lot of fun. And when the fire hit down the street, there were not from firecrackers. There was an actual fire that came into our neighborhood. And so I remember the cops locked us out of our house. This is like in 2018. The cops told us we couldn't drive in to get our stuff. So I parked down the street and because the fire came right to our backyards and they were afraid it was going to take the whole houses. So I got out of my car and then crept up another street, climbed a fence, and got into my house because I'm like, there's no way I'm losing my passport. Absolutely not. And my jewelry and whatever. So I went back in the house. I opened the front door and got in. And so as they're blocking the street, we're not allowed in or out of our neighborhood, out of our houses. I see Keith crawling over the back fence, Jason crawling over the back fence, and John is already in the house. So all four of us disobeyed, okay? Not one of us stayed outside the police line. And then and the whole street was like completely black. Anyway, Keith climbed over the back fence and he went to help them move their cars. Like they had a bunch of cars, collector cars and all kinds of stuff. So, and then they were moving horses up and down the street. I go to Keith, be careful. The cops literally and Keith would make a run for it, wear his black hoodies, black shoes, run across the street, drive a car out, get yelled at again, hop the fence back in and then jump back out. So anyway, the kids love that house over there. So yeah, we were very sad about that thing, but it was actually really, and it was freezing outside. It was a really, he was a very well liked man. So it was a nice celebration for him. And I know all four of us, all four of us did not listen to the police. The police were like, you can't go in for your own safety. And we're all like, fuck you. I mean, they're probably right, but I can't afford to lose paperwork because I will never get the paperwork back. Like I will, it took me months to get my Canadian paperwork. Yeah, it was a really big, I didn't post all the pictures. I didn't want to be disrespectful to the family. It's their privacy and it's their right to post the pictures, but they had bagpipes playing. Um, when they lower the body into the ground, that gives me a panic attack. I can't actually handle that for some reason. Anyway, so it was very nice. But what I was going to say, aside from that, I was going to say when I was at the party and there were three very well-known people that had MS. And when I looked at them, it was very disturbing what I was getting images of through my head. So I cannot, yeah, the sound of the cranking thing, Laura, with the casket going down. I put a flower on the top for Keithy, but I couldn't, I can't hear that because I actually have still, I think, post-traumatic stress from Jimmy when they lowered him into the ground. I was like, oh, I couldn't. I still, and actually Drew was buried right above Jimmy. So like when you look down from where he is, it's Jimmy's graveyard or whatever thing is down there. None of us go there really though, but, or I haven't in a long time. I kept the grave up for 2 years and then I didn't. But anyway, what I was going to say is, I won't go to any funerals. Yeah, I do. I don't want to either. Obviously, I don't want to. But Keith loved these kids and that dad so much that was for Keith. Well, probably Keith sees him on the other side, but I'm just saying you want to do that because when your son finds somebody that's their friends, you want to support all their friends because they supported us. That family supported us when Keithy passed. So yeah, I'm just going to do it. I'm not a fan of it, if that's what you're saying. Definitely not a fan. Ontario, Canada, my hometown. Yeah, I know. He is living on the other side. Yeah, I know Keithy is. And Keithy really did love that family. So absolutely out of respect. Yeah. And I sign everything from all four of us. Jason was at the awards show. So he was working all of this man worked at the studio, so all of his workmates were at the service, and I guess Jason was working there, and then so John and I show up for our boys that way. I mean, that's just, no, I didn't speak about Kirstie Alley at all yet, but I was saying about the MS, the MS. Obviously, a lot of people get MS naturally. Something, who knows what the chemicals they put in us and, whatever. Yeah, I just say not I. No, totally, Deborah, I get it. I have little panic attacks and Catholic services I'm going all over the place. Catholic services make me nuts because they're very formal. I cannot, Nelson, BC, I cannot handle formality in a funeral. It drives me nuts. Like me personally, it's just too much. And sometimes I think they do it. I think they do it to teach us that to fear death. We have the wrong idea about death. It's a transition of, weddings are not my favorite either. Anyway, it's a transition through a dimension. It's not death. Death is the absence of God. So when you step away from God, okay? When you step away from God is when you are dead, not dropping the physical body. That's totally different, but they have us here. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. They exist differently than we do. But okay. So with the MS thing at the party I was at, it was something to do with the way that this is going to sound terrible. So forgive me for saying this. When you sit next to somebody, I have a really heightened sense of smell, which sounds really strange. I can smell people. I don't mean like you stink. I just mean whatever your energy is, okay? No, death is not dead. No. What they describe as death here is a dropping of the physical body. I disagree immensely. When you are dead, you are stepped away from God. Those in the presence of God drop the physicality, but the energy still lives on. The person is not dead. Not the way you're thinking. We're so arrogant, we think they're dead We're more dead here. There you go, is that Lacey? Yes, Lacey, 100%. 100%, okay? Yeah, no, it's not that I haven't picked up on it. I just don't have an interest in picking up on it. Sometimes I think they put things on the news in order to make us look stupid, and I won't do it. I can't even explain it. I just don't want anything to do with that. No, I'm not going to do the videos on the on the murders. I don't want to. I mean, I just don't know what's going on there, but it's not as they say. I don't feel. Oh, snakes are usually sexual, kind of, or control, or transformation. Allison, the smell, the scent of people, okay, the scent. So when I was sitting next to these very well-known, we have Christmas green, y'all. When I was sitting next to those very well-known celebrities with the MS, there was a certain scent. And I was, yes, there was a certain scent, right? And I was like, I don't know what I'm smelling, but I now know how, it sounds very strange. I now know how an animal, like a cat, when I come in, she sniffs me up and down. She goes around my feet. She goes on my shoes. She smells my purse. She wants to look and see like what I've been doing, right? And she can pick it up. I can read layers of what people have been doing through their scent, okay? Through their scent. So it's like it's layered to me, if I could explain it like that. It's like foam layering, and it's like I can smell a mood, smell an intention. I can smell, right? So it's kind of interesting. I literally way back in the day when I was pregnant with Keith, and my friend Ray, I've told you guys this, my friend Ray worked in the kitchen at Children of the Night, and he came over one day and he was drinking milk, right? Drinking milk. And we were talking in front, it was his break, and he was drinking milk. And I said to him, you have HIV. I said, you have AIDS. I literally said that to him. And he was married with a baby, and I'm like, you have AIDS. He looks at me like, what? And I said, I can smell it underneath the milk. It's when he breathed in and out drinking the milk right in front of my face, I could smell it. And do you know, after I had Keith, about 7 months after I had Keith, Jimmy was still there because Jimmy was in the house. When I picked up the phone, anyway, I was talking to Ray, and he said he was diagnosed with AIDS, and he did end up passing away. So it was very interesting, but it hit my brain. Something with the smell triggered me to say that. So when I was around these people with the MS, there was 3 of them, particular people with MS, I got the distinct impression that it happened through ingestion of what they did as they're asking me psychic questions, because it's a party. And I'm thinking to myself, my God, I'm a horrible person, because I'm thinking I'm shallow and I just don't like people that are sick or that have to use, canes or whatever. I was thinking, I was hoping I wasn't shallow, but there's certain people, and I was like, I'm not saying you're not going to get MS. You can get MS. You can definitely get that. Of course, this is not what I'm talking about. People in the cult and their behavior. So taking it down another line of thought with that, I want you to think a lot about what kind of things. Yeah, there is a smell there. There is a smell. There is a smell. And I feel like there is a smell. I couldn't smell Keith when he died. No, I know. I told John that. He told me to shut up the other night. I said, I'm just letting you know. I literally could not smell my son's scent. So I had no idea where he went. I could smell Keith in the house. I can smell Jason. I can smell Lila. I can smell Kenna. I can smell John. I know Lula Bell. Everybody has a personal scent, and it makes me respond in a certain way. That's just how my body's a barometer. That's what a psychic is. A psychic is a barometer for energy going on around them, okay? And so there you go. You're exactly right, whoever just said that. So there's something that we are not knowing, okay? Does Sharon Osbourne's daughter Kelly has MS? I didn't know that. But anyway, there's something, yeah, clairsentient. There's something it's just something very odd with a lot of them that have it. So there's a behavior, and I wouldn't be surprised. And oh, Jack does. You're right. You're right. It's the sun. So there's a lot of neurological brain disorders. Like I always wondered immediately, I always wondered why Michael J. Fox got sick the way he did. I'm serious about that too. So there's certain people in the cabal, in the cult, in the club, at the country club, put it that way, that obviously people are going to get sick, obviously that. But there's certain people, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right to me. There's something about it that isn't right. I'm wondering if Michael J. Fox got that because he smoked 4 packs of cigarettes a day. I mean, he was literally 20 something smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day. Fibromyalgia, yeah, that's fibromyalgia is one thing. Yeah, that's one thing. Yes, that's right, love of Scorpio. There you go. So Celine Dion, obviously, I mean, I hate to say this, but I'm not gonna not say that. Here's what I'm gonna say. Celine Dion, I mean, she was 12 or 13 and her husband started, moving in on there, calling himself a manager. It's my mentor. That's what male hookers call their tricks and their sugar daddies. My mentor. They're fucking them when they're 12, 13, and 14 and saying, my mentor. The reason Celine is like that is because she's part of the club. Her parents put her into that, period. Period, okay? Period. I don't care how poor you are. For you to make that deal like that, then there's going to be more like a handler, Carmen. And Carmen, you got it down. Carmen knows this inside and out. Better than me. Better than me. You know it. So she is a fright because they're not able to get what they... Now, imagine all the ladies that can't get their Botox when they do a Botox strike, right? Just imagine that. You know what I'm saying? You know what word I'm using for Botox, right? The chrome. So if you can't get your Botox chrome, then you are going to look a particular way, right? Right? You're going to look a particular way. And that's what I think happened to Celine Dion. And, she has all that money that she acquired, like hordes and hordes and hordes of money. But when you sell your soul, which you have no right to sell anyway, because you don't own your soul, just so we're all very clear on that. I can sell my neighbor's house. It doesn't mean that I have the deed to the house. That's all that's going on. And just remember, this is, of course, the devil's playground down here, right? So just know that our good friend, the Canadian singer that married the man 40 years her senior or whatever, how come that guy, how come that fucking man, how come people didn't go, dude, what are you doing? Okay? What are you doing? Well, Celine can use her money to try and save her now. It's not going to save her. So good luck with that. You sold everything, including your connection to your creator. The only reason you are anything, and you did that and sold out, and then for money, and look. And her family knows it too. They all want it on the gravy train. So they want it on the gravy train. Okay, so you do what you do, and I'll do what I do. Boo. Anyway, so that's what's going on with her. She's not getting what she's not getting what she wants. Let's see. Who is 15 years older than a man? I don't think there should be an age difference with anybody. I don't know why you want to date somebody that's older or younger. And I did it. My husband is 21 years older, 20 and a half. And it's not right. It's not right. Somebody always has a power advantage. And if you're not the same age, you're not even of the same generation. It's not right. So yeah, rigid body syndrome, scleroderma is what she's talking about. Yeah, so interesting. Yes, Tommy Mottola and Mariah Carey. Exactly. That's just my opinion. Go fuck whoever you want and date them. Do whatever you want. I'm not God, so do what you want. You know what I mean? You got to live with it, but there is an imbalance of power. I'm not saying you don't want a good dick when when a chick's dating someone younger, but when you look at Madonna, she's 60 and her boyfriend's like 23. Is that okay with everybody? I mean, if they want to, but that's not what's going on. Usually there's an imbalance of power. It's an imbalance of power. So if there's an imbalance of power, then that's the problem. But Let's see, just make sure they're legit. Psychic Dakota ever since he died. I have no idea what you just said. Are raw diets good for MS? I don't know what's good for MS or what isn't. I do know you have to watch your heat and sugar. You probably do have to eat right. As with any disease that you get, you probably do have to eat right. Something, probably. I don't know much about that, but what I do know is, and another thing that came very, 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 very clear to me. Oh, Cher. Oh, brother, Cher. Yeah. Let's see, my boyfriend is 2 years older is like normal. I just don't believe it. After my experience, and again, it's my personal experience, I think young women and young men dating an age difference are very, it's not right. Anyway, the guy has had it for 25 years and you'd never know it. Yeah, check out. Yeah, there's probably diets you can do to do things better. Of course. Of course. Of course there is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about Cher. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about any of them. But what I have, of course, he groomed Celine, but Angela, he groomed Celine because her family pimped her out. There is no way on God's earth that a 12 or 13-year-old, regardless of her singing, okay? Nobody's that gifted that they got to go out with a 40-year-old man when they're 12 or 13. The family's like, yes, we want money. This bitch can sing, our daughter, our sister. We're dirt poor and too stupid to figure out how to not send our child out. That's what I really think. Sorry, I do think that. So, like, money, if money is your God, then this is what you're going to get. This is just what you're going to get. He paid good for Celine. Yeah, he did. That's what I'm saying. But her family had to do it. I know, Celine creeps me out too. She and I are the same age and we're both Canadian. I don't know what to say. Let's see, at Cher's age, she can do what she wants. Yeah, my point is, why does she want to do that? Come on now. Why does she want to do that? Ask yourself why. Red Deer, Alberta. Oh my goodness, I haven't been there. That's one place I haven't been. You loom way better. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I only do phone readings now because when I left here, I stopped doing in person. I did in person for 38 years. Not interested in it anymore. Wait, she looks like 40 years older. Oh, Celine. Yeah. Well, Celine is not getting her fuel. I also heard, for those of you that are asthmatic or have breathing issues, the medicine in the inhalers, it's not Wellbutrin, it's albuterol. Albuterol is now, there is a shortage of albuterol. There's a shortage of baby formula. There's a shortage of albuterol. There's a shortage of, antibiotics. There's a shortage of everything. So that when we get sick, which means you just have to learn not to get sick. Yeah, be careful. Go out and get this shit right now. I just heard it. No, not Adderall, albuterol. For asthma inhalers, like that, the inhalers. Yeah, I'm asthmatic as well, but I haven't had an attack in years. I feel like I'm going to have an attack 90% of the time. People open their mouth and I'm like, I'm going to have an attack, but I haven't had an attack. So there. Do I do casual conversations on quiet evenings? I don't even know what that means. What do you mean by casual? Albuterol. That's it. Albuterol. Thank you. Yes. No, it's for people to open up their lungs, though. If they have celery juice, we got a celery juice here for MS. Got boxes of that for breathing machines. Great. Keep it because it's literally, they're running out of it. Yeah, they're running out of it. I think what's happening, honestly, I've got to be serious. When you say there's a shortage of men, I think what's happening, of good men, I think what's happening is, as a patriarchal society, I'm going to sound like a broken record, we have literally given over our power as women to these people in legislation that keep talking about anything is better than a real woman. Anything is better than a real woman. That's why we have drag queens running for office. That's why we have he, her, them, they, running for office. Everything is better than a woman by the brainwashed people. It's absurd. No, it's not Adderall, albuterol. Albuterol for asthma medicine. Not Adderall for the little tweakers in school. No. No, I didn't. They're finally identified the boy. Yeah, I haven't even caught up on that. There is also a shortage of there is a shortage of Adderall. Well, good luck to the crackheads because Adderall is the same makeup as meth. So like now you're gonna have a bunch of people out there doing all kinds of things. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Well, if you have breathing issues, but see, the problem is we are not doing anything. I'm gonna ask you, what kind of leather are your purses? What kind of leather? Thank you, Candy. What kind of leather are your shoes? Where does the leather come from? Now let's just go down a little thing and explore it for a second. So Louboutins have the red sole, red rum. They have the red sole. So let's look at that. What are red shoes? So Red Shoe Club. Red shoes. No, I think I don't think they're coming from plastic. I literally think they are fucking with us, okay? Literally. Now, I just read a thing. Let me just pull it up for you because I just saved it to myself. So let me just do this. Yes, Red Rum. I'm sorry, I went straight to The Shining because I do that at times. So let me just find this video right here. Let me make sure I get this correct. Yeah, okay, so there's some Balenciaga shoes. What do they look like? Balenciaga shoes. Look at this. They paint little faces like this on their freaking shoes. Why they do shit like that? Why they do shit like that? Then they had this jacket that had human faces and teeth. And what about little Nas X, whatever his name is? Little fucking Nas X. Remember little Nas X? What the hell is his name? Little Nas X. Do you remember that? There's the jacket that PETA tried to take down with the human faces on it. You see it? So what are they doing? What are they doing? Yeah, that's right. Let me put that one back. Who did that one? Oh, shit. I just took myself off of here. Who did this? Hold on. Damn it. I can't get it. But anyway, they're doing that kind of that's what I'm saying. So now I'm questioning every single thing that they do. Now I know most of my life I had a tremendous problem chewing and eating meat and food since I'm little. And I'm beginning to think they've been putting things in our food and my body just repelled from it because I repel from things that I shouldn't be really eating. The world isn't coming to this. It's always been that. People food, right? So, I don't know. I just would ask you, The Shining Part 2. Have you seen The Shining 2? No, I haven't. I would just ask you guys, though. I would ask you, okay? I would ask you, Louboutins, red bottom shoes. I won't eat McDonald's. McDonald's puts just absolutely not red bottom shoes. Where are they coming from? Where are they? Why can't I be repelled? Yes, I'm with you on that. Yes, we are being fed all kinds of things. We are being fed and given things that our bodies don't respond to. This is in order to keep us trapped as their slaves. That's why we go to school. If I had kids now, I'd say fuck school and I wouldn't send them to school. They actually arrest you for that, but that's a money thing. And they don't care unless it's a money thing. Yes, I know. And they want us to talk about sex. They want to talk about sex in school with our kids. Why would you be talking about sex with our kids? Like, I'm sorry, are you their parents? And are you qualified to talk about sex? Because maybe I have different kind of sex than you do, and I'll teach my kids verbally what it is that I agree with sexually, and maybe I don't agree with you guys. So, yes, exactly. I don't know what to say. They're doing a bunch of shit. I would not put my kids in school. I never finished school. Not that that's like a plus thing or not. And I was surprised that my kids did, given how rebellious they were. So I was always shocked that they actually graduated. And Keith went on and did college accounting. Kathy told him what to do specifically. But I was always kind of shocked because we are indentured slaves by the GOV. We are literally indentured slaves. We don't need to do what they tell us to do. And I'm dead serious because they're bringing this back over our faces right now. That goofball Newsom said that. So if we agree to this, if I have somebody say that to my face, we're going to get into fisticuffs. Project however you say that. Vertos, is that how, or Vertiers, Vertos, whatever. Yes, but Louboutin's whole brand is on red shoes. Louboutin's brand is red bottom shoes, whether they paint them on or what. Why? And why are they taking a good color like red? One of my Veritas, thank you. Why are they taking one of my favorite, I live on popcorn, organic popcorn and eggs, and I trust that it's farm fresh, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so I don't share is 775, not 75. Hilarious. Yes, but the red shoes, Louboutins. Why? Why are all these designers dying? Why is all this shit happening? Why are people trying to defend? Why are people trying to defend shit that these fashion companies? Have you ever seen a fashion show that you thought, yeah, that I used to feel like shit when I was a kid because I would see these fashion people and these people that were in fashion. And I'm like, I don't really feel like wearing that shit. Like, I don't like very few things do I feel like wearing. Why are they pushing this like this? What is happening? Why are they doing this? You know, yeah, homeschool your kids. Don't send them back into school. Don't, because the public school is full of weirdos and the teachers are always whining they don't get enough money. You don't get enough money. Okay, fine. Well, I can't. Anyway. So it's, yeah, Louboutins, exactly. Weed killers and cereal. They give that to your kids. Oh, good for you. Homeschool 15 years ago. Good for you. Ahead of the curve, Kim. Ahead of the curve, Kim. And yes, you're correct. Because it's human. Yes, that's right. They're vampires. They're energy stealers. They're liars. There's all kinds of stuff that's going on. It's actually really bad. But I also want you to know it's like literally the end of times. Louboutins, yeah. Anyway, it's so much. And Kirstie Alley was part of a satanic cult. Scientology is that. I don't care what they say. They may not know it, but their doctrine was started with L. Ron Hubbard and Aleister Crowley. And you can't go against some of these people. You can't go against some of these people who died and left them fucking boss. Why are you people listening to them? Why is anybody listening to it? Don't listen to them. Just tell someone to fuck off. When they say you need to do this, just say fuck off. Get a voice and say fuck off. Wearing the symbols gives them strength. Yes, exactly. That's correct, Carmen. Wearing the symbols of the red shoes, the Louboutins, and everybody's like, oh, you're Louboutins. Like that. They get power off of that. So the way to combat that is to speak about the Christ consciousness to their face, okay? Because they have such a problem. You don't hear, one of my friends texted me and she's like, you don't hear Middle Easterns, Muslims, whatever other religion is in the Middle East. You don't hear them being critiqued. You hear Christians. It's always against Christ. It's always against Christ. We're supposed to buy Little Nas X's shoes with the blood drops in them. Like, that's fucking normal. Excuse me. I have to wear an mask in a store because you're afraid of me sneezing or breathing or whatever. And you have all of these plexiglass things in between all of this. Yeah, that's going to stop something because herpes is still living on surfaces, but I don't want to explain that to you. So we have to do all of this, but Little Nas X can put blood in his shoes, the shoes that he sells, the brand, the Nike ones. He can do that. They can encourage you to have your kids cut off their, the part where you wax. They can have you do that. That's okay. That's not okay. Because here's the thing. Every single one of my clients that has gone from male to female, done the actual surgery, they can't have an orgasm. So if your kid is transgender and wants to be a chick and has a penis, tell them to keep their penis, save the penis. They don't have to be men. I know it's uncomfortable, but if you cut that off, you are not having an orgasm. So then what is the point? Do you see that? You're not gonna be able to no, seriously, it's not even that it's gross. You really can't have an orgasm. It's ruined for you. So why are they encouraging people to ruin their orgasm? Something that is a natural pleasure. We don't let women cut off their clitorises anymore, do we? Do we? I mean, that's considered violence against women. They used to cut off the clitoris. Why? Because they cut it off so those women in those countries couldn't have orgasms. Okay? That's what they did. Well, if you had an orgasm, you would want to keep having them because it's like really yummy diet chocolate cake or yummy whatever. That's what it's like. It's like yummy whatever. But you don't want to ruin a person's body. That's like saying have a surgery so you can't swallow food and can never eat again. Why would you do that? Just to be the opposite gender. That's kind of what you're saying. Why would you do that? I don't understand. Yeah, it's right. Yes. Well, don't do it. Like, why is it okay? So if it's okay to do that, if that's a thing that you can do at 15 or 12 without your parents' permission, then I don't need to send my kid to school. Because my kid thinks they know everything if they want to transgender, so they don't need to go to school either, right? I mean, and they don't need to go to the dentist, and they don't need to do what? But they can go and get what done to their body. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm sorry to say that, but I really think it is ridiculous. Because I don't know, they want to imprison. Yeah, they hate women. They hate women. That's it. If a man wants to do that, if you want to do that, I mean, there's more power to you. But when you can't, I understand they don't like the male appendage connected to their femininity that they feel in their mind. I get that. And that would be a problem. But if you remove it, there's no orgasm. So you could be a woman all you want, but you ain't getting an orgasm. So why are you doing that? Why? You just need to find a partner that's compatible with how you choose to see the world. That's all. Right? Why? Kardashians, God no. Well, I'm blonde. I'm not going to look like them anyway. But yes, they want to stop procreation. They've made everybody like a ninny. They made everybody a ninny. And they prefer men big time. They hate women so bad. Oh my God. So I was watching this old movie with Jean Harlow. This is so obvious to me now. I'm going to sound like I'm a fucking mental patient. I was watching an old Jean Harlow movie and she was walking through the scene with an older woman in the movie. Older woman, clearly a man dressed in drag. Why haven't we been seeing this? That's why they always have him in drag in the movies. Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis. It's like, ha ha ha, we can dress as women. We're women. You're not women. I mean, I'm sorry, you're just not. But anyway, they are transitioning. They're just doing everything backwards, upside down, crazy, backwards, weird. And I'm looking at old movies now going, oh my God. And then again, I can't let go of little Shirley Temple Black as Shirley Temple being a 4-year-old girl singing on the good ship Lollipop. On the good ship Lollipop. What do you do with a lollipop? You suck it. So she's on a ship full of men in a movie with a lollipop. I can't. I just can't. Yeah, burlesque babies. What the fuck? What? So, what? Exactly, Cartman, exactly. On the good, I still can't. On the good ship Lollipop. You see what I'm saying? They suck lollipops, and she's in movies all with men. Like, that's okay? Is that okay? Is that cool? And yet I have so many friends that I'm no longer friends with because they will not speak up against the fashion industry. They will not say anything. They will not say anything against it because they make their money off of it or whatever. And they're like, yep, we're not going to say anything. If you can't say something against that, I do not know what to say. I don't know what to say. If you cannot stand up. I actually posted a picture, okay? I posted a picture of this weirdo. California releases thousands of PEDOPHILES within a year of conviction. 7,000 of them to be exact. 7,000 child diddlers are released. I don't know what else to say on here. In California by these people. I put this up. I have friends who voted for this weirdo and they say nothing because they think there's something wrong with me. No, there's something wrong with you that you keep voting this man in. I think the election's stolen personally. Why do you keep doing this? Why? Stick up for Sloan. Who is this Riley comment above? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know what they, I don't know who, I'm sorry, I don't know who it is. Look, I'm always looking. I need glasses at this point in my life now. Anyway, I don't understand why people, yeah, there's a divide, but when you're dividing and you're okay with Newsom releasing the CAs, in CA, the PEDOS, why, there's no excuse for that. If you have kids and you don't open your mouth about that, you're a piece of shit, period. Don't talk to me. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you do it. If you do not stand up for children and the abuse of children. JonBenet Ramsey, I did a video. She was in kitty corn, and she was visually looked at during the process of her passing in order to use it for viewing of other people around town. Because with the viewing of such a thing like that, it increases the energy, and the people who allowed it to happen increase things. Now, if you look at the body language of Patsy Ramsey and John Ramsey, if I remember, Patsy Ramsey sitting here, John sitting over here, and she's like, we don't know who did this. And she's literally pointing like this. Anyway, it was called an SNUFF film. That's where that little blonde girl went. And she was programmed and done. And the reason her brother is so like odd expression is because they are born into families. They are born into families where they are separated and they are detached from their emotional faculties, I guess. And so they disassociate, just like a child that gets raped at home, sodomized, sexualized. Oh God, now I'm going to get in trouble over here. They disassociate. A trauma will disassociate you. So if you're continually focused, like in a war camp, into continued trauma, you're going to disassociate because you're probably not getting therapy. So not only is that happening to you and happening to your sister happens to go, the two of you together, you're triangulated within the home, you're given love and then you're pulled back, given love, pulled back, given love, pulled back, blah, 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 like that, right? And so you disassociate, correct. And so when you disassociate and you do that, and I said that on the JonBenet Ramsey video 3-4 years ago, and they did. Somebody called me from that, somebody working on the case, that the photographer was busted. I said he would get busted before he got busted. So that's what she was being used for. Understand, you do know, I don't know if you do know, but you do know the model agency, Midland Agency, was run by Rachel Chandler for the Balenciaga. If you know who Rachel Chandler is, child handler, Rachel Chandler, okay? I forget who she's married to, but she's married up. This is why they come in that way. Understand, when these people die, Jeffrey Epstein, whoever, wherever, they incarnate, but they're on a loop. And because they're sold out, they're actually human slaves. And we are actually, yes, Rachel Chandler she's the one that sent the people. If you've ever seen Rachel Chandler shit, I believe that Casey Anthony came from a home of sexual abuse. I believe that 100%. I do not believe that she's not responsible for her daughter's passing. But Selma Hayek, Artemis Group, owned by her husband, owns Christie's, the auction house. Do you not see how they filter money to all of them? And then they look at us like we're pathetic, like they laugh at us because we can't achieve and we're not going to get that level of success. They're not going to let us get that level of success. So stop trying to get that level of success and do your own thing. Do your own thing, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, child handler, correct. Rachel Chandler, child handler, correct. That's what I said. I believe Casey was sexually abused. Yes. And there's something going on there with how that little girl went dissing and missing and how Casey responded within her family. Absolutely. There's something else, a whole bunch of other shit. And I will say, I did listen to what was the dad's name in that? What is the dad's name in that Casey Anthony trial? Her father. What was his name? Mm. When I listened to that dad, the ex-cop, right? The cop, Casey Anthony's dad, George. When I listened to him on the whatever, when he was speaking on behalf of Kaylee's, the baby's passing, and he's talking about the sweet scent of a child, and there's nothing better than a hug with a child. That I didn't like. So I agree with her on that. I would have been just mortified. Sorry, I'm choking on it. Mortified. I'm mortified when somebody says that about a child. Thank you for that, Candy. Yes, yes, he missed the scent of her sweat. She's a child and he's a grown man. So I don't like men saying that. It sounds a little bit like Crazy Pants in the Office saying how he likes, little kids rubbing his hairy legs in the pool. It seems innocuous, but it's really fucked up. It's fucked up. Stop saying shit like that, especially when you're a dude, okay? You're a guy. Have some awareness. Don't say that. It sounds a little bit weird. Oh, did they clip that scene together? Well, I don't know if they did it, but if that's what he said, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, Yeah, Rachel was involved with finding models. Yeah, for Balenciaga, that's what I said. Yeah, exactly. And look at her modeling agent pictures. Look at her. I mean, when the guy in office, when I can't even pay attention to these people. When the guy in office, the old guy in office over there, the crackhead in office, when that guy says, I like it when little kids are in the pool and they rub my hairy legs and all of America goes, oh my God, I'm so happy I voted for him. I'm like, what planet am I on? I can't. I won't. I'm not going to. I'm like, no. Do they not see what that is? That is putting that in your face. And now they're saying, I'm like, ugh. And now they're saying that Trump hid documents. Well, first of all, Trump's a billionaire, so he's one of them. That's the first thing everybody needs to know, even if he's the more agreeable side of the one of them to some people. But nobody is talking about Hunter Biden's freaking laptop with the kitty stuff, pictures of Hunter Biden with little kids rubbing him, massaging him, and they're all wearing little wreaths. No one questions this. Is he just he's just proud of his son? And then his daughter's saying that daddy was showering with her in a weird ass way. Some kind of covert sexual abuse, not overt. I can't. Like, are you people mental? Oh, Twilight Zone makes me think of this. Twilight Zone. Okay, remember the one I always bring? I think it's Donna Douglas from the Beverly Hillbillies. Donna Douglas, right? Donna Douglas. So I think it's her, and she looks like pretty Marilyn Monroe. Pretty, I think it's pretty. Okay, maybe I'm just been manipulated by society to believe that that's a good thing. But anyway, she looks like that. And everybody else in the Twilight Zone has the pig faces. Do you remember that? They all had the piggy faces. And there was one helper person in the ER. And he was a really buffed, handsome, eye of the beholder, really buff, handsome guy. Ellie Mae. Yeah. He was really buff and handsome, and she was really Marilyn Monroe cute in this Twilight Zone in the 50s. And all of these weirdos are going in to look like pigs, right? Because literal pig. I'm afraid to put my nose up like this. So they all looking like piggy faces, and everybody's like, you're so beautiful. Does that not seem like where we are with plastic surgery? And they mocked the attractive one and the good looking one, right? The boy and the girl. But look at all these women in Beverly Hills. Look at all these women. They put shit in their face and they look like those pillow faces. They look like their lips are like this and they look good. Does that not the Twilight Zone episode from the 50s? Is that not the same one? Remember that. We are doing that right now. All of these idiots in Beverly, wherever, these people and the diaper butts. Yes. Pig face diaper butts, Remember? Do you remember? Yes. The Twilight Zone. It's an episode of the Simon Cowell's face. What the you know what happened? Do you know they look alien? Yes, they look ridiculous. Simon Cowell, what the? Simon Cowell never looked right to me, and he always had man cleavage and man boobs and whatever. I think they start breaking them down because they're punishing them. So I think they gave Simon Cowell a bad facelift because he's one of them, and they're fucking with them now. So I don't know who they're whom they are humiliating or not. You remember the Twilight Zone, the one with the pig face, and then the two pretty people, the pretty girl and the pretty boy, man, whatever, woman and man. They called them ugly and all the pig faces running around snorkeling. And then I jump right to a Seinfeld episode where Jerry has been given blood from Kramer and is screaming, and George sees a pig face. No, Kramer, Pigman falls from the window, falls on George's car, and Kramer thinks it's a pigman and trying to help him escape, and then finds out it's just a short, fat, bald mental patient from the mental ward. Sorry, I went right in there. Um, so anyway, I don't know what to say, but yeah, it's a black and white episode for sure. It's way back, Nola girl, way back. And it's like 1954, something like that. But I went right to like Seinfeld pig face, and then there's always a pig in a story, right? But look what we do to ourselves plastic surgery wise. We all think we have to pump our lips up. We all think we have to do it. We're all doing the Twilight Zone. It's bizarre. I can't believe it. I'm trying not to do it, but we're all doing it. Yes, her face gets bandaged up. Exactly. Yes. And she still looks like Marilyn Monroe. And then she doesn't look like a piggy. And then they're like, ooh, ew. And she's the cute one. She's the cute one, you know? Anyway, yeah, Eye of the Beholder. And what about the one in the Twilight Zone? What about the Twilight Zone one where they all put the masks on? Remember the father is like some old bastard who's dying and he's got money, and like those stupid ass people with money, they want their kids to love them at the end of their life, and their kids are just bitches and not going to love them. And so he makes the kid wear the faces, and he puts the masks on their face, and then there's like a frowny face, a greedy face, blind I don't know, whatever, and they get stuck on their faces. Oh my god. Yes, breast implants. Yes. Breast implants. I've had the breast implants. That's obvious. I have had them. And what they don't tell you is you have to keep doing it because mine are like 23 years old right now. So I have to keep doing you're supposed to do it. And I've never had a nose job. I have not touched my face. I think it's pretty obvious at this point. But so yeah, so maybe Simon has yeah, exactly. It's Marilyn Monster. Oh, it was Marilyn Monster. Thank you. I thought it was Donna Douglas. And so it's so bad. Every Twilight Zone tells everything. What about in the Twilight Zone where it says, okay, the guy gets a book and he's like this, right? And it says human cookbook. So this idiot, even though his wife tells him not to, says, yeah, I'm going to go in the spaceship. And so he gets on the spaceship and he's like, look at this house, look at this view. He opens his curtains, realizes he is the caged animal and that the aliens are making a cookbook about the human cookbook. He's the meat that to serve man. Thank you. You guys are so good at remembering this. Oh my God, I hated that one. We are living that as well. That's what I'm saying. The Twilight Zone in the 50s and 60s. Now, the one that makes me absolutely like laugh is every time I get in an airplane, I think of William Shatner looking at that thing on the side of the airplane, and what he's seeing is a demonic presence on the side of the airplane, but he seems cuckoo, right? And they have to cart him off. Remember? And he sees them ripping up the wings, and they're like taunting him like this on the airplane, and he's up in the air, and his wife's trying to shove pills down his throat. This is the same William Shatner that said to go into space on Bezos' fake space trip. That's that same guy. No one's listening to you, Shatner. Shut up. You're so full of shit. Shut up, Shatner. Yeah, the gremlin one, right? No, I've never touched my lips. I line my lips outside. Be serious. No, you can see it. I don't have any tissue in front of me. I line my lips. Yeah, everybody thinks you do, but you can line your lips. You all know that, right? Right? You do know that. So I line my lips along the outside and then fill it in to make them look bigger. But I've never put anything in my face ever. That's it. I know people don't like to believe that, but it's true. I should come on with no makeup, but I don't care to do that. Yeah, well, there's another sacrifice. Shatner makes in space. The other white meat, William Shatner. All right, shut up, Sloan. Not funny. I know, Mew Mew, right? Mew's like, come on, Mom, stop with the bullshit. But just look at it this. Yes, I know. Do what makes you do what makes you happy. Exactly. William Shatner. Yeah, William Shatner was really handsome back in the day. No one's disputing it. No one's disputing it at all. Absolutely. I like exhibitionist lip gloss. I haven't used that. Mm-mm. I always make my lips look bigger, but you can wash it off. And then, I mean, everyone who knows me see my lips without lipstick on, but I like to make them bigger, but I don't have to inject them. So I don't. Me and Mew, we just draw our lip liner on different. Hi, Mew. We do that. Oh, she's looking. Mew. She's like, Mommy, when are we gonna cut? When are we gonna color? Yeah, I have big lips naturally, but you know, I think it was a demonic figure on the airplane that William Shatner was seeing. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why these people look at Army Hammer, Arm& Hammer. I can't get over it. Anyway, look at him. Why do they all say the same shit? Why is it all about children? Why are they all talking about the other white meat? Why are they all saying the same stuff if this isn't a thing? Why are they not, why are they saying it? How can they all be saying the same thing? Why are they all saying it? Why is this a thing that people are saying, right? Oh, you can tell, Ren, if you've seen a demonic figure. Aries mom with 2 boys, 1 Virgo, 1 Pisces. Any tips? I have no tips as a mother. I didn't do so well. I did not do so well at all. Yeah, so there's that. I no tips. My tips is it doesn't matter how you raise them. They're going to be the way they are anyway. So don't even worry about it. Don't try to discipline them. Don't try to parent them. Just let them go out because they're going to be whatever. This is what I've learned. I wouldn't, what the hell is beeping over there? I wouldn't discipline. Yes, I think Celine is the cabal. Yeah, oh, come on. That little girl in the middle of nowhere gets picked up by that 40 years older husband of hers and does that. No, they're not giving her billions, but see, they lie. They'll give you billions and then they'll take them away. So Celine has all of this money. She's exactly I think she is my age. I think she's 56. Yeah, it was Keith beeping, right? I think she's 56, right? 56, 57, 55. She's got billions. Now she has a disease where she can't move. What do I think is up with Kanye? Here's what I think. I watched a video on Kanye and he talked about his mom being sacrificed. His words, not mine. And he talked about that. And I'm like, mother effer, you're not wrong. She was, but you neglected to say that you sacrificed her because you took the deal. So he's not acknowledging the truth. Kanye is Kanye because he took the deal, okay? He took the deal. Taking the deal ended his mother's life. Like he brought up all of these different people who had kids, somebody's kids, Bill Cosby's kids, you know, all of these things. I did watch the Twilight Zones. I don't watch them anymore, but I did. And so they're, yes, he's negating. He's so disconnected from what he's done. Think Jennifer Hudson. Selena's 54. We're in the same age range. I'm 2 years older than her. She can't spend her money now because she has this disease. It's ridiculous, okay? It's ridiculous. So yes, I do. I do feel that. Kanye said that, you know, credits due where debts due. Exactly. So Kanye's telling the truth. He's just not telling the truth about what he did to get his mother in that position. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. That's what he's not doing. He's not telling that truth. This is my Christmas green. Christmas green. I'm not sure if I'm going to handle the green for a long time, but Christmas green it is. So yes, and that's another thing, okay? This is another thing. when you take the deal, so when you do that, when you conjure up an entity, sometimes they conjure, John Travolta, I can't look at his face. These are Gel X this time. Okay. Anyway, when you conjure up in a lot of like root type of hi, a lot of type of magic where they conjure up entities to help them make money, help them fall in love. I'm gonna grab her and see if she'll play games up here. Hold on one sec. Hi, baby. Oh, what's my baby girl doing? Look, it's Lula. It's my baby. I was holding her like a little baby, and I was telling her that since I don't have Keith, she's gonna be my baby, and I'm gonna hold her. She does not like it. Oh, are you biting, mommy? Are you biting, mommy? Is that what you're doing? The nice kitty biting mommy. Oh, look, there she is. Oh, mommy loves you. She's giving me the stink eye. She's giving me the stink eye. Here comes the stink eye. Look, there you are. Lou, look. She's like, fuck off. No, she... I grab her and I carry her like a baby, and I tell her that when Keith was little, he was like this, and Jason was like this, and then I rock her. She gets, she's like, just stop. She's like, lady, get a doll. That's what she says. She is a year and a bit now, a year. She's a July birthday, so she had her year. I mean, Diane told me she was a Leo, but she's not. She's a Cancer. So she was born earlier than they, yeah. She's funny. She's like, I know what she's saying. She's like, just get a baby doll and you can walk around and do whatever you want with the baby doll, but do not be cuddling me. Because I hold her and I go, is the baby sleeping? Okay, what are you doing? What did you just do? She's causing trouble back there. She's causing trouble. So I cuddle her like a baby and I rock her like this and I hold her in one arm as I walk around, and she's like, no, this isn't for me. I'm an independent cat. You need to stop fucking holding me like this. So yeah, she's pretty funny. She's a funny kitty. Anyway, you have to understand with these people, they use root magic, they use glamour magic, they use performance magic, they use chaos magic. They are calling in entities to do this. A form of like what spirit cooking is, when you conjure up something and put it into an inanimate object. For example, if this were a doll, so this is a little, I don't know, whatever kind of doll, and you throw your intention in the doll, and sometimes they can even conjure up things in order to hold them hostage, in order to have them do work for them. Excuse me. So as soon as you take a deal like that, like you use an entity, pray to something in order to have it, the energy of it, do something for you, make you money, bring you a love, whatever, you are then opening yourself up, okay? Opening yourself up to that entity energy coming into you. Now, somebody like Kanye West and somebody like Britney Spears and somebody like Beyonce and somebody like whomever, they end up having things open them up more than they themselves are in their body. Oh, thanks, Jennifer, for that. Thank you so much for that. That's awfully nice of you. Thank you. I haven't done too many, and Jessica Simpson is another one. Now, what I find interesting, look at Brooke Shields, look at Cindy Crawford, look at a bunch of people. Yeah, thank you, Jennifer, so much for that. Look at these people. Look at them when they're younger, and then look at them when they're older. And ask yourself, what is morphed with their face? Do they look more masculine? Do they look more feminine? What do they look like? Then go back and get to the old faithful. Fetus in a jar. Google that. Google that on YouTube. Fetus in a jar, and look at Barbara Bush, and then look at George Bush Sr. And then you tell me what's really going on here, okay? Yes, exactly. Well, I don't worry about Jessica Simpson because when she's fat, they call her fat. When she's thin, they call her thin. When she doesn't look right, they worry about her. She's probably having anxiety. It looks like anxiety to me. And, you know, people stop eating when they have anxiety. That kind. Cindy Crawford does not look right. Caitlyn Jenner. No, Caitlyn Jenner, I don't think is Kathy Hilton. I for some reason don't think so. Yes, there you go. Bingo, Shannon Waters. Look what Shannon Waters said. Bingo, bingo, bingo with Earth Glitters Tarot. Bingo, exactly. That's what they're doing. So what you're seeing with a lot of these people is their complete greed for success, to own up over you, to have one up on you, so that they walk around talking about their money and their fame and what they have. And instead of pushing the family together, instead of, you know, encouraging people to do this, we focus on them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Seriously, what do you think about the woman, let out of Russia? I don't know much about her. She's an athlete, I gather. That's all I know. That's all I know. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth has Alzheimer's. That's interesting. Programmed. Madonna is okay, so my girlfriend sent me this picture of Madonna today. This is from a group chat. And I am like, what the hell is this asshat wearing? Okay, so I'm going to show this picture. This was sent to me. This is Madonna, okay? This is Madonna. Now, given the fashion problem, Madonna's a demon. She's been taken over. There's a demon with hoofs and wings inside of Madonna. Like that. That's who's living inside of Madonna, okay? There ain't no Madonna, all right? Anyhow, given the Balenciaga nonsense, right, that's gone on, given that, and given the fact that all of these celebrities wear all of these clothes, given that, tell me why this bitch is posting this. This is what are you doing? You trying to be, what are you doing? What is that? What is that? Yeah. What is that? Are you mocking people because of Balenciaga and you're just out there going, you know what? I just saw a cat jump through the screen. What is that? What the fuck is that? What are you doing, you dumb person? What, like, I'm sorry. You think we don't know what you're doing? You think you're so clever, Madonna, because you have money and you adopt darker skinned children? That's a key. They use them like an appendage purse. It's disgusting. What is wrong with this woman? So she put a bondage mask on her face. Because why? Why? I know, with the masks. Take your masks and shove them. They're the ones that are trapped. They think they got all their money and shit. If you want to know how to jump timelines into a different thing, just another dude, exactly. Another short dude, by the way. But if you want to know how to jump timelines to get out of this, stop watching the news. Don't vote. Don't do anything. Ignore what they say. Tell them to lock your ass up, and they're not going to. Get brave about it and stop following these people. They're not normal. This is not normal. This is not right. This is evil. Don't do it. Just stop doing it. Yeah, it's normal to them because it's their religion, but the Middle East isn't normal to me. I don't agree with covering your heads in that, so I don't participate in it. I'm not going to participate in it. I just don't agree with it. Yes, she's stating her allegiance. I know what she's doing. She's a freak. And you know, here's the thing. They already know that they're dead in spirit. They already know that, and they're trying to stop us. Bono is a first offender. I did the video on that. Yes. Bono is, I said it on my video before Keith died. So probably 2019 when I did that video, I said Bono. Yeah, their souls are gone and the demons are inhabiting them. And you know how you tell if a person has a demon in them? They can only be nice to you for so long, and then they have to let you know. They have to have our permission to do the things they're doing. So say, I do not permit you to do it. Even if they cart you off to jail, what are they going to do? Kill you? Go ahead. You're going to be with God. I mean, I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say at this point. You literally have to say, I do not consent to have you do that. And you're going to have to fight. Like, we have to all become warriors. We have to look at the people in the local grocery stores that wear the masks when this idiot Newsom does it. I'm speaking in California. And we have to say, no, you don't deserve our money because your corporation's a bunch of fucks. No, absolutely not. The souls are held out. It's really interesting. So when they take the deal for their money, riches, and fames, right? And they're taking the deal for that. So they go out of their body. What is outside of your body? The astral levels, like layers thick outside of our physical realm. And the earth is gridded. So they put them into areas where, let's say you're a guy rapper and you're Kanye or whatever the hell he is, and you sell out. So of course you want chicks or dick or whatever you want, right? So they put a whole bunch of that out there. Okay. Well, that's why we're here right now. Jordana, if I'm saying Jordan, if I'm saying that right, that's why we're here. So you put all of that energy out there. So they build a mirage out on the astral, and the mirage has them all thinking they're all like walking around. They're out there all alone, living a false reality, like a hologram, like a mirage. And so they think they have all of this shit that us dumbasses down here don't know about. Well, you're not supposed to just traipse on out of your body and hang out on the astral level doing shit behind people's backs first of all. And you have to suspend the notion that we just exist in this physical, because that's not true. We exist simultaneously. I know they're both gay. And now they're both gay. Of course they're both gay. Everybody's gay. Why aren't you on the gay bandwagon? Aren't you gay? God knows I am, aren't you? I mean, come on. They just want you to say that. First of all, they put them out on the astral level, okay? They put them out on the astral level. Oh my God, and what's with that Brian, is it Brian Williams? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to quit the news. Excuse me, Brian Williams, you pathological fucking liar, in a war, on a boat, on an airplane. Do you think we forgot your mad ass, stupid ass lie? You think we forgot it? Do you think we don't know about your fucked up lie, Brian Williams, or whatever your name is? So, yeah, all of them. Of course, Jim Carrey. He's not going to make, oh, I wrote a thing and I signed a $10 million check and you mind over matter. Shut up. We don't have a way in unless we agree to what they're doing, okay? We do not have a way in. You can be the most magnificent singer, entertainer, actor, Martha Stewart. Understand, these people are sold out. That's why you are looking at them. They're nothing to be applauded. They're shameful. They're shameful, okay? They're shameful in their greed to cheat, to align themselves above you and to control you. Am I happy now? Sure. Anyway, so it's very interesting that they allow themselves, and it's all for money. Well, anybody who knows, if you have cancer, money ain't going to help you. If you're dying of stage 4, money's not going to help you. If you have somebody's killed in a car accident, like my son was, if you have a dead child, missing child, money ain't going to help you because you're not going to find it. Betty White as well. Yep. Yeah, that's a humiliation thing for Martha Stewart. That's a humiliation. They do their humiliation rituals. Well, prayer can What are you doing? What are you talking about? So I think most of them, yeah, I can't be sure most of them, but yeah, I think a lot of them are like that. I believe, Alice, he did sign the papers. I haven't received them back, but my lawyer just told me, and he told me, John told me, he goes, I freed you. I'm not standing in your way. Okay. Which, of course, triggers my abandonment issues now. But anyway. Yeah. Sorry, that struck me as funny. I know. Mewy she wants to cuddle. Because we've been cuddling. We've been cuddling on the couch. I know, Alice. I'm like, he's not going to stand in my way. I'm like, okay. He goes, you're free to do what you want. I'm like, I've been doing what I want for years. I'm just divorced now. Yeah, don't shut up. Don't listen to these people. Madonna, first of all, if anybody is supporting Madonna and thinking Madonna is any kind of a thing, I want to show you again this picture. What is she saying here? What is she saying? Okay, what is she saying? First of all, the bondage is saying control and controller. Okay, that's what she's saying. Somebody's a controller and somebody's, whatever. Fettuccine is a liar. Okay, he's a liar. Let's look over here. Let's look at Madonna's thing. I know. What's going on? What's going on, kitty baby? I know, she's really, really... Okay, so let's look at Madonna. I want to show you this picture. Here's another one. Yeah. What is this? Okay, so... And she's wearing gloves to cover her hands because they're not her hands. And let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting how she keeps looking. Let's see. Yeah, she has her metal teeth. She just looks like an asshole. Asshole. Okay, so she just looks like... But I'm looking for a particular picture. She truly is a narcissist. Truly. Like in the definition of it. Oh, yeah, her Thanksgiving pictures. Go look at her Thanksgiving pictures and what she's doing. Here's her children. It's not bad that she has children, but why are these babies always, are these celebrities going after these darker skinned babies? I know who she supports, right? Yeah, you have to heal your karma. They say it's not her. Well, it's probably not her. I mean, she looks like, it's probably not. No, Rocco's not black. He came from her. I think the husband or the baby daddy of Rocco, I'm pretty sure was a white guy, right? So the director, Guy Ritchie or whatever. So she's doing all kinds of things, but yeah, here she is in these, look at these two bitches. When was this? Yeah, November 17th. These two a-holes, whoever that is with her, kid, whatever. There they are in the Balenciaga glasses. So that shows you who she's aligning with. No, they don't lose their soul. What happens is this is just my understanding of it. So when you conjure up something to give you money or you make a deal so that you're going to be more successful, first of all, the deals that you make, those entities that engage in that, call them whatever you want. Don't even call them satanic. Call them helpers of the earth. Those entities will never give you what you want, right? They will never give it to you. You will get it. It's like a drug addict. When you first do heroin, it's great. And then you spend the next 30 years trying to chase that high. So you will never get what you're looking for because the devil never tells the truth. The devil's energy, the beast system never tells the truth, okay? So it's trickery and deceit to begin with. But you will get certain riches and fame. But the person is outside of themselves over here. The entity can come into their energy field. Hi from Scotland. The entity can come into their energy field, actually come into their energy field, not into their physical. But then, such as a trance channel, they can come into the physical. And once you let them in enough, it's like letting in, I don't know, whatever in your front door, it keeps coming in. And then they're pushed out this way. And once you've had so much money, in your life and you can have anything you want, then you're going to go to the extreme things, the extreme. So like instead of just buying, I don't know, Jay Leno had how many cars? All of those cars. Instead of buying all 150 cars, whatever, $1 million cars or whatever it is, you're going to want to do shit that is against the rules that most people can't do, whether it's delectable in this. So once you let this happen, okay, and you let it in and you do drugs at the same time, your moral compass creeps back. And once the entity is in your energy field, if you keep calling on it, it will fucking chase you, okay? Like you're not getting rid of it because you called it to you, and they don't even understand that. If you, no, you do get your soul back, but you have to turn back to God. You lose yourself. You can't sell a soul that isn't yours to sell. It's like me selling your house. I can't do that. But if I'm sneaky enough, I can lead you to believe in a fake deal of trickery that the house that you just bought is mine and I have the right to take the money and cash the check. If you don't do your due diligence, then you can be ripped off, Bernie Madoff style, obviously. But a soul belongs to God. You are not given your soul by him. You're given your soul by their God. You're given your soul by your God, which is the God, the one that we traditionally speak of, okay? And there are many gods, so I'm not talking to every single person, but I'm saying on the beast system, you can't sell a soul. But what they can do is throw you out there. Then when you die, okay, when you die, you are in the middle of a Groundhog Day with reincarnation cycles back and back and back and back. That's why you actually have to speak and align yourself with the God energy, the Christ consciousness. If you don't do that, if you do not align yourself with that, yeah, rent your body for fame and fortune. And we all are like, oh my God, Madonna. No, fuck you. No, no. Just absolutely not. And when you don't align with the Christ consciousness, when you don't align with that, then, and you want something so badly. See, the key, do you know all those relationship things online where they tell you, if you really want a boy or a man to love you, you know, like depending on if you're a teenager, like don't let them know that you are liking them or don't show them your emotions. Never want something so badly because they will come with offers for you. And some people are so dumb, they take frivolous offers. Like if somebody's like super greedy when they're 15 and Satan comes to them, meaning the beast system and his Avengers, if you will. So there's groups of people in the beast system. So whoever comes to you and offers you the deal, you sign it because you're desperate, because you think you have to do it. Then what happens? No, it's not crap. The entities actually come into you. Nah. If you've ever seen them, I've seen them go into people. I don't need anyone to explain that to me. I've actually seen that. So you actually have to watch your level of wanting things, because it's a soul loop. Exactly, Jen, a soul loop. You have to watch really wanting something. You can't be that hungry that they sense it, because they will trick you. And as soon as you're tricked, you may or may not. I mean, look at Little Nas X. Do you think that guy, what do you think that guy's like? Because they never let go of it in their head. They torment the fuck out of their minds. They torment the shit out of their minds. They sit there and they've got demons on the other side. So somebody can go up. Yes, Roseanne Barr says she made that deal. Absolutely says she made that deal. Yes, they go for weak, desperate people who are greedy for money and think money matters. Money don't matter jack shit if you don't have your correctness in your moral compass. If you're adopting kids so you can sexualize them, it doesn't matter what kind of money you have. If you are raping people, what's it matter what you have? If you are doing deliberately, yeah, of course, if you're doing those things, it doesn't matter how much money you have. They're going to torment you. You will never have peace. You will never really be getting what you want. You will be shoved outside of your body. You will be a caged human being. We're all caged, but a caged human being. Caged. Britney Spears is a human trafficked caged soul on a complete repetitive cycle, and nobody's doing shit about it. It's unbelievable. So it's very interesting. You can't put a price on peace. And if you die poor, so what? If you have both your kids, all of your kids in your life, if you don't want kids and you have someone you love, your cat, your dog, your horse, whatever, you're good. You really don't need anything else. You do not need, yeah, you don't need anything else. You really don't. So, I mean, seriously, there's no amount of money that can bring back a dead kid, no matter what you say. You can't do it. So money doesn't mean shit when you can't do it. I don't know anything about Meghan and Harry. I don't know what to say. I don't look into it that much. But you have, I mean, they're part of the royal family, and the royal family are assigned bloodlines that keep incarnating. They're hybrids, they're interbred. I don't know how to word that, but they keep coming back, coming back, coming back. So, yeah, they're tools for the agenda. They're literally tools, and we're supposed to listen to them. Don't listen to the mood. Don't listen to the news. Don't vote. Don't do anything. When people tell you you need to do something, tell them to fuck off. Just look at them and go, no, I don't want to. I don't agree. I don't give consent for that. I don't give you permission to do that. I don't agree. I'm not doing that. It goes against my moral compass. Absolutely not. I will not vaccinate. Do you hear that? New York Times or the Washington, oh, I forget which paper. Anyway, the most sick people are the vaccinated ones. Hello. Hello. Okay. Yeah, just say no. I just don't agree with it. And if they make you do it, you still haven't consented, and therefore it will correct itself on a soul level for you. Maybe not here. You might get shot here or something, but it's just so interesting. Anyway, that's what I'm going to say. You can't tell. They keep. Yeah, you can do exactly. Yes, that's very good. They do act like it's the 18th century with their bloodletting, raping, and pillaging and their weirdo behavior. They actually want you, to cut your private parts off. Why not vote? Okay. Why would you vote for a rigged system? That's like gambling when they already know who the winner is and they're just taking your money. The system is rigged. Okay, let me explain that for a second. Sorry, my throat's killing. Oh. Okay. So when you vote, they give you 100 people, whatever, and then it comes down to 2. Everything they do on this planet is pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. Pick this side or this side. Go for this or go for that. Go for this football team or that football team. Exactly like wrestling. They want us to pick a side. I don't fucking want to pick a side. I don't care what you say. You are not in alignment with my thinking on any level. I may be here right now. I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. I don't care what the bread costs. I don't care what the gas costs. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing what I do, praying the way I pray, and moving forward in my life, period, regardless of your dumb voting. They want to minimize us into picking a team. It's already rigged. You cannot win. Your team won't win. This year it'll be this dude, this year it'll be that dude. But it's a selection, it's rigged. They're cheating. But if you fall for the this side or the that side, then you're falling for a team. Then they know they can get your money for football, baseball, basketball, teams. Pick a team. My team won. Then they get you to pick a side against each other. White versus black, black versus, Asian versus whatever. They get you to pick a side. Don't pick a fucking side. That's their little game to keep you very small. That's not how it works. It doesn't work that way. That's how it works. Ignore them. That's exactly right. It's not how it works. Do not pick a side. There are no sides to pick. These people are trying to fuck with you. Yes, it's good cop, bad cop, and they all eat dinner at the same house. They don't care about Trump. Hillary and Trump are probably banging each other somewhere. Ugh. Sorry, I just threw up in my mouth. But I'm saying they want you to, oops. Sorry, my battery's going to go. Anyway, they want you to pick a team. They want you to pick a team. Don't pick a team. Don't do it. I don't vote for him. I don't vote for him. Is this my only choice in life? I disagree. And actually, if we had any balls as a group of people, we would rise up like when the British were thrown out, okay? We would rise up like when the British are thrown out of every country because they were trying to take over. We would do that here. We have a right to do that. We would all stand together, but because we pick teams, we don't stand together. I've never met anybody of a different color who doesn't like me because I have white skin, or that I don't like because they have a different skin tone. I have not run into this in my life. I have never run into this. In other words, when I'm around people of different backgrounds than myself, we either like each other or we don't, and it has nothing to do with skin color. So what are they trying to say? Why do they keep trying to pit everybody against everybody? Black Lives Matter, This life, don't support this. Do so. Shut up. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do, not what you tell me to do. Yeah, I know it's not our world. Absolutely. Absolutely not our world at all. Absolutely not. But it's just bizarre that they want you to pick a side. So if you vote, you're voting for bad and worse, or worse and bad, or dumb and dumber. That's what you're voting for. Someone should hold a sign up at the rallies, you dumb fucking dumb. We have a president in office right now, distracting and misdirection, 100%, Doreen, 100%. Yeah, I've invented my own world too. Mine includes popcorn and cats. Deborah, that's what I am, a cat lady. Yeah, so George Carlin was dead on right about everything. But we should rise up. We should not accept this. If they try to mass people again, we all better get in the streets. There are no teams with that. They're trying to kill the human race. I actually believe that. I'm sorry, and I'm not crazy. I'm not high. I'm not drunk. I'm not a mental patient, and you can't control me. And by the way, when they tell you they took Kanye's bank account, I know, divide and conquer. When they tell you they took Kanye's bank account was redispersed in a different way for him to have access for it. They are straight-faced lying about that. Straight-faced lying. What, they took all his billions of money away? Yet he still lives and drives in cars and goes everywhere? Okay, sure. Yeah, I believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't vote. I've never voted. I wouldn't vote. I wouldn't lower myself to vote. I thought that as a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old. Like, what the fuck are you voting for? Thought it was ridiculous all through my childhood. Caused huge problems. I won't vote. I will never vote. I know it is a PR stunt. It's ridiculous. You know, and then we have a president in office right now who literally says he likes it when little kids rub his hairy legs in the pool. Why is that allowed? His son is in pictures with little Asian girls or little Greek girls, I can't really tell, they're 6 years old and they're wearing little wreaths around his head and they're in various stages on his body. Go Google that, not Google, DuckDuckGo it. Why is that okay? Why is that okay? Like, you want me to be respectful of you? I will never be respectful of you. Everything is rigged on this planet. Your kids go to school. Listen to me. My kids went to school. Well, you don't have to listen to me, but my kids went to school. Obviously, you know this, right? I know. I tell people that. I'm not going to tell people if they have free will on this planet. DuckDuckGo. Well, whichever. Find it online somewhere. But here's the problem. When my kids were in school, we are told it's great when you don't smoke, don't drink, don't do heroin. Personally, I would like to be a heroin addict, okay? I would like to do this. It would give me some fucking relief from this planet. But I choose not to do it because I'm not going to be a burden as a drug addict on everybody in my life and torture the crap out of them, okay? And do that kind of thing. And it's very, 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 hard to live on this planet without being an addict. However, it's supposed to be good. When your kid is a heroin addict, you don't want them to be a heroin addict, right? When your kid is a crackhead, you don't want them to be that. When your kid is a drunk, you don't want them to be that. But if you look at our society, we have all these people pushing the opposite of that. They applaud you and put a president in office that has a son that is with little kids and a daughter accusing him of being a pedo. They enjoy and absolutely 100% applaud when you come off of drugs. But should you live a life when you don't do drugs? Well, that's not worthy of anything. You get more applause when you're an addict. You get more applause when you do everything the opposite of what they say they admire. So when you do the opposite, which is detrimental to your soul, that's what they're getting you to do. Cross moral boundaries within the self so that you feel shame. Once you feel shame, then what do? You continue to live in shame because you think there's no resolve for your shame. That's what they want. That's what I'm saying. So when you understand the game, if they can get you to do something to cross a moral boundary, if they can get you I know, addicts hate sober people. All the time they do. If they can get you to cross a moral boundary, smoke some crack, hit your wife. Smoke some crack, fuck your daughter. Smoke some crack, date somebody 40 years younger. Whatever. rob the neighbor, fuck your coworker while you're married. I don't know, punch the guy out in the bar for no reason, right? So yeah, stop following entertainers, because who are these people? What they're saying to you is, we were so greedy, we thought we would cheat to get one up on you. That's what we are. And we give ourselves awards all day long for ourselves because we special. We special. So anyway, when they get you to cross a boundary, you've crossed a boundary, and then what? You continue to behave in a horrible way, beat yourself up, destroy the self, believe you not worthy of God's love, and then you die. That's what they want you to do. Then they can cost you as you die and cross over. So, oh, the FBI, they don't give a flying shit about kids. They let 7,000 pedophiles out in California. Nobody cares about kids, okay? They always say they do. We care about the homeless. We care about kids. No, they care about raising money for it. That's what they care about. So, yeah, exactly. How do you respond to people saying psychics don't get their info from the... Okay, how do we know? I pray to God and ask for my information to come through that way. Maybe I don't get it from that. How would I know? I don't know. I don't know how anyone knows, but they mention psychics in the Bible, just so you know that. The three wise men followed the North Star, medieval term for astrologer, following a star, on the advice of a prophet, medieval term for psychic. So if there's prophets in the Bible, medieval term for psychic. So then I guess psychics work with the Bible and God. That's what I would say. So there's that. They say the war on drugs, but it's a war for... Oh, they love selling drugs. Are you kidding me? They don't have baby formula, but somehow every kid at 5th grade up has fentanyl in their pocket. Sure. Okay. Yeah, no baby formula. By the way, don't feed your kids baby formula. Make some sweet potato mush, put a little bit of meat in it, put it in a blender, puree, and give your baby fresh food. Okay? Is it okay? I don't know if it's okay to cremate in the Bible. I wasn't going to bury my child, so I cremated. I don't read the Bible. I live the way that my God, meaning God, Christ consciousness, when I pray on it, I do what I feel. That's what you're not going to use your body again, so why do you need your body? Vikings, they light the bodies on fire. My family is Viking. So we do that. Indians light the bodies on fire. Natives, they light the bodies on fire. So I'm Nordic. Keith was Nordic. We set the body ablaze. That's what we do. So that's just the way it is. How many bodies do you think you're going to bury on planet Earth with 5 billion, however many people are on Earth? Where do you think these people are going to be buried? And if you bury, okay, skin suit, right. If you bury the body, do you think in 100 years they're not going to resell your plot and bury another person on there? There are not many gods. I didn't say there were many gods. I said people pray to their gods, which they do. So there's that. But what I'm saying to you is, as a Viking, by genetics, and a purebred one pretty much, minus a bit of Irish, we do that. So they set them out ablaze. And I guess God, when when someone's with God and when somebody isn't, you just know it. It doesn't really matter. The body, the soul has left the body. They were very good entertainers. Yeah, some are good. So no, Nordic. I mean Viking. We are Vikings. Yeah, we're Vikings. Well, if you look at the history of Vikings, they light fire to their loved ones once they've dead and they burn it. So that's the way it is. No one helped me really with Keith's funeral as far as telling me what to do. I never did a funeral and I didn't really have any advice. Lori helped me with the preacher, but no one told me, and it was during COVID, so we did what we do. And there's no way I'm doing the burying thing. That's my personal choice though. And I don't think it matters because you don't carry your body with you as you cross over. You're not coming back into the body. So that's for sure. You are never coming back into your body, right? So yeah. Yeah, the Indian, the Native Canadian, Native American. So they do that too. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Wooden boats sent adrift, shooting. Yes, exactly. It's kind of cool. So that's exactly, my mother is Catholic and she's in cremated. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm going to be cremated. That's right. And you put me on the mountaintops right next to Keithy. Anyway, we're free. Once we're free, we're free. So my dad was cremated. It was, yeah, you can be done. I don't think it matters because, ooh, Lebanon's right there. Hello from Lebanon. Hello, Lebanon. I haven't heard that on these night shows. So you can, I don't think in the Bible it matters. You don't carry your body on the other side. Again, you go back to energy state. You go back to, and cremation is cheaper. Are you telling me you're going to bury somebody in a plot? I think like 27 years ago when we buried Jimmy, I think the land was like 12,000 and it's 6 feet by whatever fits a coffin in it. Although Jimmy was like 6'4", so whatever that space is. And in 100 years, there will be none of us here who will go visit him. So they will build on top of that. They just keep bearing on top of it. They keep doing it. You don't keep that land forever. We return to energy. Exactly. I know the trolls are out being bitch ass trolls, bunch of punk ass bitches. I'm sorry. Okay, you guys. Let's see. Wait, but it's expensive to bury, so whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be upwards. The funeral I saw yesterday had to be super expensive. That's what I'm saying. And then they tell you your loved one has to be in the best coffin. Your loved one is not fucking there inside the coffin. I don't know how to say that to you, but they're not there. They're just not there. So I'm Irish. There you go. Yeah, don't need the meat suit. I know. Another way to make money. Exactly. I didn't do the embalming for Keith either. I did do the makeup to close his eyes and his mouth. Although I didn't mind his eyes open because his eyes were a pretty gray blue green, but it might have looked horrifying a week later. So we did the makeup just to make sure his mouth was not open because he died, it was open, and the eyes shut. So we did it like that. Muslim funerals are a few $100s. Oh, they are green funerals. That's excellent. Green funerals are excellent. I agree with that. That's what I did. I didn't do the embalming or anything. I just took my Keithy and they're standing next to us at funerals. Exactly. So it's just interesting. Yeah, green funerals are good. And let's see, don't need fancy. Mm-mm. I didn't do that. Some people believe it and it's their choice. They can definitely do that. But oh, I'm sorry about your mom in Danish. Yeah, I mean, I cremated my son. My stepson was buried in a full-on Catholic, thing, service, viewing, all of that. We had a viewing with Keithy, but it was COVID, so we weren't even really supposed to do it, but we did it. I did a celebration of life in the park. That's what I did. That's just me. I do that. But I know people are traditional. I wasn't raised that way, so um I was not raised that way, meaning no one told me what to do at funerals. Yeah, Keith changed his mind at the end of his life and did not want to be an organ donor. In fact, he was adamantly against it. I'm not going to be a donor either. I'm taking that off my license. I am not going to be a donor. I don't agree to be a donor anymore. Keith was adamant about it. Adamant, not going to do it. So yes, Prince shows up a lot. That's exactly right. I know they show up, but what I'm saying is they can't come back into the physical body. So let's see, when I die, just take my body out. I know, who cares, right? Um, yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, little Sages. I know. Thank you, Love of Scorpio. I signed up. So did I, Doreen. I did. And Keith actually changed my mind because a few weeks before he died, he was going on about not being a donor. So yeah, I cremated. I spread him on mountaintops. I gave away some of his ashes to his friends for necklaces and bracelets and things like that, and urns. And I put him. I don't know if this is right or not, but he's in all of my tattoos. He's in his energy's in there in the ink. So I did that. I never thought I'd do that. I thought that was morbidly disgusting. But when my child died, I just absolutely knew I wanted to do that. So when I die, he goes and we all go. So there you go. Yeah, I'm not going to be a donor. Oh, thank you. My eyes are so, so, so ridiculously tired today. Thank you. Yeah. So anyway, all right, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna change that on my license. You just reminded me that I must. Ooh, it's 8:30, y'all. I gotta go. Gotta go. Let's see. What will I do with Mew Mew? I'm gonna take Mew Mew with me. I've got tulip sashes next to key sashes. And if anything happens to us, I'm going to take Tallulah's ashes too, but she's a baby. Nothing's going to happen to her right now. She just wants more food from her mommy. That's what she wants. She's like, can I have some more food? That's all she wants in life is food. Yes, I know how she feels. Good night. Oh, good night from Hong Kong. Good night, you guys. Good night, love of Scorpio. Bye, you guys. Thanks. Remember, disagree with anything you don't like. Don't do it just because these idiots in a box are talking to you, including myself. Don't listen unless it feels right for you. Got to feel right for you. Bye, everyone.